Okay, so far so good. So, what's up to all my Geminis out there? Please make sure to get the book at Amazon.com. The link will be in the description box below, as usual. So, I've been having a lot of people lately ask me why it is that I don't date, right? Women specifically ask me why it is that I don't date. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the readings in a second as I shuffle up these cards. It's just that, you know, I don't date because it's a well thought out, methodical approach to dating or a lack of dating, you know. Um, you know, and I'm just gonna go ahead and name a couple of other reasons why I don't date. Thanks. Number one, I don't date because, you know, um, number one, a lot of these females, I'm a heterosexual male, but a lot of these females, they just want to secure the bag. They don't really have too much of anything to offer. And the thing is that this is not how wealth is preserved. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really understand the power of money. A lot of people don't really understand uh, the business mind. A lot of people don't really have this. That goes for both males and females, right? A lot of people don't really have a mind. So like the thing with the whole having money and securing the bag kind of thing is when you see these types of relationships, right? When you see successful millionaire or even billionaire relationships, right? The woman had to do something. Especially, excuse me, especially if the relationship is successful, the woman had to do something. You know, both of them had specific jobs. The woman had to match that guy or meet that guy halfway. And a lot of these females, when it comes to me interacting with them, I have given them a very solid approach. I have given them a fair shake. A lot of the times, they really don't end up uh, really being congruent with me due to the fact that they always want something for nothing a lot of the times. Now, I'm not saying every last female is like that, but I'm saying that's part of the reason why it is that I don't date. Another reason why it is that I don't date is because even if I do end up having a baby and stuff like this, obviously I'm going to go ahead and take care of it. But I see having kids, for me specifically, right? I'm talking about me, I'm speaking for myself. Having kids is a weakness for any man because a woman can use that as a means of holding the baby hostage to tug on the heartstrings of a guy. And as I said before, and I've said it a million times, and I'm going to say it a million and one, I'm a Sigma male. So freedom is the most important thing for me at any cost. At any cost, freedom is the most important thing for me. Even financial success is nothing but an extension of freedom. So if these chicks are going to use a baby against me, that's I'm not even gonna have kids. And see, the thing about it is, I've thought this out quite well. I'm gonna get to the reading, but I've thought this out quite well due to the fact that I'm thinking about how I've seen a lot of good dudes, a lot of guys who, what I'm saying, they're not criminals or stuff like this, and they're financially successful, but they really don't have street smarts in that sense. They don't have the discipline. Thank you. They don't have the discipline to where if they gonna go in that thing, you understand what I'm saying? Wrap it up. And the thing is that for me, I'm me personally, I'm so actually right, actually with the S, right? I'm so actually responsible and up here with it to the point where there's no way I'm going in without a condom. There's no way that, oh no, that is completely off limits. Come here. And the thing is that, come here. If there's any that's my dog. If there's any females that want me to go in it without a condom, that's a problem. That's a problem. So not only that too, but the natural progression of dating is to have children, and children cost a lot. It's approximately 250 grand, $250,000 approximately to raise a child. Approximately, right? Of course, it could cost more, but it approximately costs $250,000 to raise a child from infancy to 18 years of age. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done the numbers. I've thought all of this stuff out in my head. Thanks. And the thing is that for me, I just don't see, me personally, I don't see the real benefit in it. A lot of these females, they scratch their head, they get so razzle dazzled or whatever the case may be at me saying that I don't want, like, I don't date and stuff like this. Another reason too why it is that I don't date is the games that a lot of females display. You know, to be honest with you, they come off psychotic with it. They don't like you, because I study women. They don't like you, supposedly, or they don't like, I'm gonna just use myself, but they don't like me, but then they with somebody else, but then they're giving me a hard time. And it's like, let's be real here. Let's state facts. Let's tell the truth to shame the devil. You do like me. Any man that a woman gives a hard time to, especially, let me put it in the context. Any man that a woman gives a hard time to, that's a good guy. She really does like that guy. But women are scared. I can prove this. Women are scared to really be with that so-called good guy. They are. That's why it is that a lot of females come off as weirdos. Because the truth is, this goes back to number one about the skills that a woman have, bringing it to the table, right? And the fact that she doesn't have any. It's the fact that when it comes to females, you see what I'm saying? In general, I'm not saying each and every last one of them forever and ever and amen. I'm talking about females in general, right? With exceptions, of course, is the fact that I look for things. If I'm gonna really interact with a woman, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a fair shake, but I'm looking for things. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for character. And one of the things that I'm looking for is, and this has also been proven, by the way, men and women, you see what I'm saying? Right, greedy females, exactly. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the reading. Don't worry, this is just gonna be one long thing. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, polite. Let's see. The thing is that when it comes to the aspect of women, right? I look for character. I'm looking for a woman to be my equal. A lot of these guys, see, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. The reality of it is this here. A woman can do anything that a man can do that's not biological. This has already been proven. If you want me to, I'll go ahead and post up the proof or the reference in the comment section. Just go ahead and ask me to. I told you guys a million times, I don't talk about anything that I can't prove. So a woman is supposed to be a man's equal, except for everything that deals with biology, the genitalia, stuff like this. Now, what I'm looking at when I'm interacting with women specifically is, I have a mind, so then how come you don't have one? Because, I have all these things to talk about. I have ideas. I have business ventures. This is what's exciting to me. I don't need to go outside and commit a crime in order for me to get an adrenaline boost. Me investing in something gives me more than enough adrenaline boost. The same adrenaline boost. And how come you never have anything to talk about? How come you never have, and not anything to talk about, but every time I ask you a question for something like that, you never seem to have the answers unless you get upset. Then you think you know everything. Well, I go ahead and ask you, who invented the light bulb? You know, I'm just using that as an example. Who invented the light bulb? I don't know. But then when I do something, right, because I'm already walking on eggshells, but then when I do something that you don't like, now all of a sudden it's, let me go ahead and tell you something about yourself, and let me go ahead and tell you something about you. Why don't you go use that same energy that you had to tell me about myself towards actually having this, a mind, so that if we're supposed to be in a relationship together, you know that I'm out here on my grind. You know that I'm business minded. You know that I'm ambitious. You know that I'm self sacrificing, right, when the time calls for it. You know that I have these great qualities. You know I bring a peace of mind. You know I'm a good problem solver, right? Because this is what I bring to the table. You know that I'm starting to step my money game up. What are you bringing to the table? How come you don't bring ideas? You know, I would love to hear a woman's ideas, but you seem to never have any ideas, and the only time when you do have ideas is the ideas when you telling me off or something like this. Like, but other than that, when I'm asking you direct questions, you never seem to know the answer to that. So, the cards that I come up with are the Five of Pumpkins, the Five of Ghosts, the Nine of Bats. This is for Gemini. The Death card, and the Ace of Bats. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna continue. The Emperor, the King of Pumpkins. I'm using the Halloween Tarot. The Strength, the Two of Ghosts, and the High Priestess. So what I'm seeing here for a lot of the Geminis, because Geminis had the most views, is that what I'm seeing here for a lot of Geminis is the Geminis are in a disposition where if you had any kind of disagreement or breakup between yourself and somebody else, uh, you're going to be able to walk away from it unscathed. You know, you're not going to have so much damage on to you. You're not going to have all the baggage of walking away from this interaction with this particular person. The Knight of, now the next couple of cards are the Knight of Imps, the Six of Bats. Like I said, you will be able to walk away with this quite easily. Another thing that I'm seeing here is the Nine of Bats. Okay, the Nine of Bats. The Nine of Bats shows me that the Nine of Bats and the Two of Ghosts show me that you will first foremost have to make this choice conscious. You're not going to be able to where things are going to be just easy peachy. You're going to have to make it easy going by creating some sort of boundaries and really living up to those boundaries, to where people are not going to hurt you. People are not going to, the person who you're having a problem with, it's not going to hurt you. They're not going to do too much damage to you. You're going to have that conscious choice that you're going to come out of this unscathed. Now, the High Priestess, like I said before, it can represent a Virgo. If it doesn't represent a Virgo, the High Priestess could represent Virgo-like energy. Thank you. Which represents how it is that this person is most definitely, they were hurt when they separated from you, but just know that they still are thinking about you. So I mean, you know, everything isn't lost. It just means that you and this person just don't mix for whatever reason. You know, you have different views. The other person has different views. So don't trip. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.